Hey everyone, welcome back to more Bravely Default Nemesis fights. Today, we're fighting Belphegor. Setup we're going with is pretty weird, but I'll explain why exactly we're going with. So, Tiz, Ringabel, and Idea are all vampires with the Bushido sub-ability. Abilities for Tiz, monster ability up, magic 20% up, magic attack 10% up, and speed 10% up. Ringabel is same job setup, magic attack 10% up, monster ability up, speed 30% up. Idea has Hastened World, monster ability up, and magic attack 20% up. We have these speed ups specifically so I can kind of force people to go in a certain order. I want a reliable turn order for this fight, and since I don't mind Idea going last, I just do Hastened World on her because it can't really hurt us. And then I want Tiz to go second, so I have one speed up on him. This should mean Ringabel goes first, Tiz goes second, Idea goes third. In terms of Anya, so it doesn't really matter when she goes. She's mainly here for healing, stillness later on if we need it. So she is a Spirit Master with White Magic, Holy One, Sitting Imperial Cover, Speed 20% up, just to make sure she goes relatively soon in the turn, if not first, for the quick healing. Hasten Bolt is going to be very important because we are going to be using Free Lunch and a specific vampire ability, so that costs a lot of MP, so we're going to want them to cost nothing. And that's the setup. Our specials don't really matter in terms of the element. You might actually want to remove all your elements from your specials if you plan on using them. In fact, I'm actually going to do that. So you can just set them to wind, or whatever. Which is, yeah, either, basically make sure they're not fire, lightning, or water. That's all that matters. That's all that really matters. So, where is Belphegor? I believe he's over here. Yep. So, yeah, I guess it's just fight. I don't have anything else to say. Oh, I suppose I should have gone over equipment. Basically, everyone has Ice Flame shields and things to increase their magic attack, and are equipped with things to increase their magic attack on the 3 attackers. So, he's weak to lightning right now. So, first off, before you actually fight this guy, you want to come in with someone with Freelancer and examine him and then run away so you know what element he starts on. He's starting on lightning now. So, basically, the setup we're going with is Ringabel should go first. Okay, well, I guess I should explain this. Whenever you damage him, he is going to change what element he is weak to. So he's starting on lightning now. He goes from lightning to water to fire and repeats that. So lightning, water, fire. So, since Ringabel should go first, we're going to have Tiz use Blizzaja and Free Lunch. You're going to heal every turn. And you are going to use, to start the turn, Free Lunch and Thundaja. And then Idea, lastly, is going to use Free Lunch and Fire Aja. In theory, this will mean we attack with Ringabel and then go to Tiz, and that's the Idea, and basically reset him. And then with Hasten World, we can do this every single turn. Let's see if that works. Okay, working so far. Idea is pretty slow, all things considered, so this should be fine. And we are using the Ja spells, which we get, Asmodeus. I think Asmodeus does have Fire Aja, or Thundaja, actually, I think. Anyway, yeah, it's Thundaja. So you can get Thundaja from Asmodeus, but you can also get Fire Aja, Blizzaja, and Thundaja from Belphegor here. You can get Erosia from Lucifer. We don't need Erosia for this fight, but you can get it from him. I would have liked to bring medication in, but it wouldn't really fit anyway. So basically what we're going to do, in fact, I'm actually going to do this. So I want you to do the same thing. But I want Honest to heal twice every turn, just to make sure we have enough healing going out. And from here on out, we can kind of just auto our way through this fight. We don't really... What? How did that happen? Anyway, I guess I should go over the rest of his abilities. So, you just saw that. He has Diffusion. That's a physical attack to the whole party. You don't need to use 2 every turn, but whatever. It's fine. Hammer, to inflict physical damage to 1 party member. And he has Sloth to dispel all buffs and make you weak to all elements. Not a huge deal since we have the Ice Flame shields to get rid of fire and water, but when he uses Thundaja, that's a bit of a problem. You are weak to lightning. What happened last time? What made him not weak to lightning? I don't know. Sometimes weird things happen in this fight because I'm not paying attention. I'd make sure before you start your auto turn to make sure that everything's going to go fine, that you're going to deal good damage that turn, before you hit the auto button and watch everything play out. What? How does that... Wait, does he go from lightning to fire to water? I guess so. Okay. I got that wrong then. So let's have you use Fire Aja instead. I swore he went from lightning Wasn't that working before as well? Well, now everything's fucked up. Okay. Just default. You cure. Ring a bell. We're gonna have you. Actually, who has the highest magic attack? Because we want to do it with them. 158, 139. Okay, we'll do it with Tiz then. I don't know how this got all out of whack, but we'll deal with it. Actually, I guess we could just go from here. But no, hold on. I want to see what he's gonna do. Like, what status element is, or what status is gonna be weak to? Because right now everything seems wrong, and I don't know what's happening. It's okay. Here's Blizzaja. He should go from this to fire. Okay, he goes from that to thunder. Maybe it's random, because I swore it was the other way around. But okay, so he's going from water to thunder to fire. So thunder, water to thunder to fire. So thunder, fire, water. Okay. Weird, but sure. So you should use Fire Raja, you should Cure, you should Free Lunch Thundaja, and you should Blizzaja. Right? Like, this should be correct, yeah? Well, not if you go first! What are you going first for? See, there's just... Okay. There's a lot that can go wrong with this setup and just not work properly. This is one of them. Where it's just, you know... Speed doesn't work the way you expect. Think about, how do you only have... Oh, well, I guess I don't think it calculates in, like, the 30% ups. Oh, well, here we go. So now it's summon spheres. These spheres will basically use the same abilities as Belphegor himself. So Fire Raja, Blizzaja, Thundaja. They follow the same sort of cycle that he does in being weak to certain things. And I don't want to deal with it, so we're just going to stillness. Because eventually these spheres will self-destruct. Which means they will deal damage to the whole party. Obviously we don't want to deal with that, so we're just going to use stillness for a couple turns here. So we can just avoid all damage until they go away. And then, hopefully, get back on the cycle of dealing damage to Belphegor. I feel like we've done basically nothing because we've just kept healing him, because things just have not been working as I feel they really should have. Because Ring a Bell should be significantly faster than Tiz. Not only does he have a higher base speed, but he has a 30% speed up boost on him. And also, this cycle in general is just really, like, I don't know what's happening. So... Also, we're going to speed this up, because I don't want to see all these animations. Okay, well, just stillness again until they go away. I think they will self-destruct this turn or next turn. Oh, stillness didn't go. Okay, cool. Yeah, good. At least they went out before the spheres. That's the main danger. Okay, so they should self-destruct next turn. I believe they're out for 4 turns and then they go away. And at least we can heal this turn. So we're all good to go next turn. Really, it's only Anias who got damaged significantly because she was still waiting to use stillness, but that's fine. Did they not, okay, they didn't self-destruct yet. That's fantastic. I thought they followed a cycle of what they did, but apparently not. Okay. This fight is not going very well, I will admit. Anias, please go. Okay, cool. Now they self-destruct. That's actually a bit unfortunate, because he might just summon more immediately. Please don't. Okay. Okay, so now he's weak to fire. He should go from that to water to lightning, right? Or is it... This sword is all fucked up. Okay. I don't like doing this typically, but I'm gonna bravely second, just so I can get an idea of what's happening.
Did you expect me to give up?
I don't want to just waste a turn on this. Okay, so it's fire, water, lightning. Okay. Tiz should go second. I need to think about this. Ring a Bell's gonna do fire, water, lightning. So it's gonna do water, lightning, fire. Water, lightning, fire, and then he should be back on water. So actually, we should just be able to do this. Water, lightning, fire from everyone. Because since we have some brave points built up, we should just be able to do 3 with everyone and reset the cycle in a specific character's turn. So water, lightning, fire, and then Tiz will go and do that same thing. And then lastly, Adia will go and do the same thing. Water, lightning, fire. Okay. Let's see if this works properly. Water, lightning, fire. Okay. I swear that setup was different, or the cycle was different before, but whatever, that's fine. At least now the speed is working out properly. I don't know what the fuck happened before. Again, I said it in a couple fights before. Bravely Speed's just, it works weirdly, and I don't entirely understand it. I really wish you'd go last, actually. Anyas, because then you'd heal. I guess it doesn't really matter. As long as she goes before Belphegor does, then at least we get the healing out before an attack. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter if she goes first or last, in this case, then. It's just we either get the healing out at the start of the turn or at the end of a turn, so whatever. Okay, so now we're back to our basic setup. Of you using lightning. Well, this isn't basic at all because it's all fucked up, but you use water and you use fire. Fire, water, lightning, right? So fire, water, lightning, yes. Alright, so hopefully Edea is pretty much for sure gonna go last. She's the slowest of the party. So I'm not really worried about her. It's mainly Tiz and Ringbell who seem to be in a kind of toss-up of who goes. The only problem is if one of them goes before, mainly if Tiz goes before Ringbell, everything's just screwed up because Edea's attack isn't going to be proper either because the whole status is going to be off. So basically everything needs to go. Everything needs to go perfectly for this to work right. We should just be able, unless you have your special on us, then we might use that instead. You do. I'm going to go and use that then. I used the right thing with Tiz, yeah? Hold on. Zandaja. Fire, water, lightning. No. Because you're supposed to use... Water, lightning. You're supposed to use... No. You're fine. Okay. In that case, I actually did manually input your stuff. So you should use fire or water, then lightning, and then lastly fire. Okay, yeah. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, it should automatically start on what we need, but I'm really worried every time because I'm just scared. Okay. And Anya should go soon, hopefully, after Tiz. Or after Edea. I'm getting frightened. Please go, Anya, before we die. Okay. And the good thing about this is, I don't think we'll get all of our... Actually, we'll definitely get all of our BP back. Because we have Hasten World. So, ideally... we can do that same sort of thing next turn, where we do 3 attacks with each one, we set it in a particular character's turn. That was bad. Let's go ahead and do this. So, fire, water, lightning. So, water, lightning, fire. Water, lightning, fire from everyone. That should be good. Get Jog out. And just kind of repeat this from everyone. So, yeah. So, every time I'm inputting anything other than the norm, I need to actively think about it because it's... Again, everything needs to go right. And I want to make sure it does go right. We could also use White Wind for emergency healing if we don't think Ines is going to go first. Ideally, we don't have to do that, but we can if need be. I don't know how much HP Belphegor has. It's not the highest level Nemesis, but it can be pretty dangerous. You can also bring in Black Mages if you somehow don't have access to the Shah spells. So if you're fighting this guy... And mainly if you don't have Vampire, I guess. But if you're fighting this guy... Why did Edea go before Tiz? It doesn't really matter in this instance, but that's worrying for later. If you're fighting this guy, you have access to the Jha spells, meaning you can just use them against him, which is the best way to do it, because they do the most damage. They also use the most MP, so if you don't want to use Bushido, you want to use something else, then that's a bit of a problem. Another annoying thing is these goddamn spheres. But oh well, I guess. I suppose we could... You guys ideally will go before Anya, so I guess you could use your specials on Belphegor. Might as well, right? And if you don't go before Anyas, then it doesn't really matter, because I don't really care. What is your special, Ring a Bell? Are you resistant to wind too? Or do you heal wind? Or is it water? My -18 Ring a Bell specials are water. I know Tiz are wind. Oh, son of a bitch. It heals wind, doesn't it? That's actually the worst thing. That is the worst thing. God. Son of a bitch. If you ever want to see what a bad decision looks like, There you go. Alright, and now past all that stillness, so now we just kind of continue our goal. Hopefully Adia does not, well, actually in this case it doesn't go if Adia, it doesn't matter if Adia goes before Tiz because we're doing this sort of thing again. So, but we have a lot of damage to make up now. That's fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted. So apparently, just don't use specials of any element against this guy, because he'll just deal it. Because, god damn it, I didn't know that. I wish I knew that. That's gonna be the rest of this fight, me regretting that. Why are you going before Tiz? It's 86, 83. I mean, it's not that much of a difference, but it's still a fucking difference. And the rest of these turns, you were not going before Tiz, so why are you going before Tiz now? I don't understand this game's speed system. I honestly don't. Well, hopefully it doesn't happen again. Because he's already healed enough damage from goddamn specials. So I don't want it to happen again. I don't want him to heal any more, rather. I think it's that I think he might also heal physical damage. I don't know for sure that, but either way, Either way, it doesn't fucking matter because he's dead. Either way, this is the best way to fight him, and if you're fighting him, you have access to these Jaw spells. So it really shouldn't be that much of a problem to use them against him, because you can just run in with vampires, try to survive, and get him. But yeah. Don't need specials against this guy. No, I need to check this shit. What were my specials? Does he just heal specials? Apparently. God damn it. Okay. Well, don't need specials against this guy, apparently. Because it's probably that was a magic attack. That might have been it. I don't know how a physical special would react. But I don't really care, to be honest with you. Just don't need specials. It's not really even the best way to fight him. You deal like 7,000 damage with the Jaw spells anyway. You don't need to use specials. It's maybe just because I wasn't going to be able to get Jaw spells out that turn anyway, because the spheres would have been annoying. I don't think the spheres actually do anything to counter if you use the wrong Jaw spell. They just heal. At that point, it wouldn't matter because I was waiting for them to self-destruct anyway. I don't know. I guess I just shouldn't have used specials. That was just really a bad idea. Yeah. Anyway, that was Belphegor. Interesting fight, because again, it's the only enemy in the entire game, like the rest of Nemesis always have something unique about them, that changes its, what it's resistant to, or weak to, rather, based on, and resistant to, I suppose, but weak to, based on what you use last. Very interesting fight, and there's nothing else like it, so thumbs up to Nemesis for being all unique and cool, and also for me being a fucktard and using special. God damn it! I'll see you guys next time for more Nemesis fights. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, maybe check out some of the other series I've done. You can also consider subscribing, checking out my Patreon page, or joining my Discord server. There are links in the description to those, as well as other social media links like Twitter and Facebook. Thanks for watching.